Is still fired up. I mean, it's only been a few days for those of us who went to convention. I hope everyone is still fired up.
I'm just drinking the energy drink now instead of my coffee.
There we go.
Hey, Nilbert, I did what you say about the new app because every time I get like an objection, I put it in GPT, let it answer. I make it, then I kind of edit it to my own thought, and then put it
Yes.
back out there. I don't even have to think anymore. Isn't it amazing?
Yes, yes. It's really a powerful tool to help us with our business. Now, though, a lot of people are forgetting the special promo that Justin, the owner CEO of Nowsite, offered is after you register. So after you register for your app, make sure to post, to use the app, the 3AI, to post at least just one post a day for
Mhm.
30 straight days, and their team, you will qualify for their team helping you build your own branding website. I
Yes.
mean, that is such a strong. It's imagine to have your own branding website built for you by their team is amazing, right?
Yes. And you can make the AI to create that post for you is every day. You don't have even to think about. And you can use Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want. But this is the thing is I would say it's posting for dummies. I hate to say that, but that's the way that posting for dummies. It's so simple. But anyway, thank you very much, Nilbert. Well, we are ready. It was amazing to see you at the convention and let's start it.
Okay. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited you could probably tell I'm really, really fired up, coming from the convention. And today's topic initially, when I looked at the calendar, was supposed to be like making your dream board. But you guys just got, I believe it was not even too long ago when Carmen Sandoval did such an amazing training on how to make your dream board. So I'm pretty sure you all know how to make your dream board. So I kind of want to pivot a little bit and basically tap on the convention and kind of go over a topic that will, I hope, help everyone. Uh, you know, s- on one side we have those people here that actually that were able to make it to the convention, but and then we have people that didn't make it to the convention, but we're here to share everything we've learned from the convention, and not only share what we've learned, but to basically transfer the fire that we're all feeling, or the motivation that we all received from going to the convention. So my topic today is basically fueling your fire. Okay, and so full disclosure, we may not I may not finish before I may not finish before 8 because I did want to like share a lot of pointers on this one. So here I go. Let me share my slide first. Okay. Fueling the fire, right? Turning convention inspiration into action. Okay. Um, for those of you who I saw at convention, I'm sure you all share um, the same feelings, the same motivation, the same zeal after listening to our leaders, after hearing of all the new tools that we have to grow our business. However, for at the same token, for everyone there that's been to conventions before, launches and all that, we know that it lasts only at this, up to a certain point. It's a reality, right? And this is the three reasons why convention fire can fade if we let it. Okay, inspiration fades without implementation. You can be inspired all you want, but if you don't implement it, if you don't apply it, it'll eventually fade. Okay. It has to be supported by structure. you have to turn it into actionable items or actionable uh, like daily things that you do to basically realize and to take advantage of that motivation. Okay. And the biggest risk is going back to normal too quickly, like letting it fade, and then after a few days, oh, it's back to normal. It's like back to our daily grind again, right? It's not, you don't have to feel bad if that's happened to you. It's happened to me. How many conventions I've been to already, and it does happen. It's so we just need to learn how to maximize and utilize it and use it to our advantage, right? So first, let's go over what we gained at convention. Okay. Um, as we tap into the fire of, the fire that we ignited at convention, we can, we have to use the energy, the belief, and the breakthroughs. We have to like really take advantage of it. So again, hopefully this short training will help, take that inspiration, okay, and use it as fuel to move our business forward. So first, what we gained at convention, okay? Number one, vision from leadership, right? Vision from leadership, because we heard from Daniel, we heard from Kim, we heard from Samson, we heard from all the many different leaders that we have. They talked about different topics, and for those of you who were there, obviously we had such a powerful and vulnerable session with our founder and CEO, right? Tools and systems. Oh my God, we were just talking about the 3AI, right? It is such an amazing tool that can help us with our business. They went over the upgraded 3 app, right? And what else? Well, we have the, qualifying for the trip. The core three was again reset, and we can still keep doing that. So we have a lot of tools and systems that are available to us. I love this one, a sense of belonging, right? For those of you who were at the convention, you really feel that we are a family. So please, for those of you who didn't make it or who haven't been to a convention, you could be new, just starting a business. Definitely conventions. We have it once a year. The company really prepares to make sure that it is so impactful. So please make sure to always get yourself, to our conventions and to bring your team with you. It's one thing to describe, like how I'm trying to describe how convention was, what I felt, but it falls short of the feeling that you get when you're actually there. Okay, when you're actually there, you really get that sense of belonging as a three family. You have that heartfelt connection and belief. You have that, it's just there. It's so tangible, right? So whether it was a system, a new way to show up on social media, which, through the 3AI app, or simply a story that moved you, there were so many things that moved me while I was there. Um, we can't let that insight go to waste. Okay, what I did, I wrote a lot of things down. So, for those of you who are there or for your next convention, make sure whatever you experience there, you write it down. And for those of you who did, just go back to your notes. Go back to your notes, reflect on it, and use it. Okay. So identify your own breakthrough. Everyone has their own breakthrough at convention. I know I did. So I'm just going to share that a little bit. I've been to every convention that our company had, starting from the very first launch back in May of 2023. And this last convention was the one that really, I would say, shook me to my core because of a lot of things, right? It's like a lot of leaders, but primarily because that that courage that Daniel had to share with the three family of where he came from, the struggles and the demons that he faced. And in spite of it all, it drove him to succeed. It drove him to really be a successful entrepreneur. And then it led to him founding Three with our many leaders. So it gives me goosebumps just to think of the journey that he went through. You know, I don't mind saying it, the evils and the darkness that he had to go through. You know, I really felt God used that for him to eventually have, founded Three and improve and really give light to a lot of people, us, the Three family, and all the people that we are still going to connect with as we spread this movement and help improve people's lives, right? So you can identify your own breakthrough at convention, at least for those who were there. Okay. But what I did was I paused and really reflected, like what was my breakthrough, and that's what it was just so clear to me. For some people, maybe it was realizing that this business is really more about people than perfection. You don't have to be a perfect leader. You don't have to be a perfect speaker. You don't have to be a perfect, um, like a beacon or a model. It's all about the people. It's all about our team, right? So ask yourself, right? What moment impacted you the most? What belief shifted, right? What action do you feel you are called to take? All right. For me, that second one, definitely something shifted with me. Again, I've attended all the conventions, I've attended leadership conferences and all that, but this particular convention right here, the belief that really, really shifted with me was that, you know, through Daniel's example, it really, really reinforced for me that I am enough as I am right now. Despite all my flaws, despite all my, shortcomings and all that, I am enough to be able to really build my business and help people build theirs, help people get healthy, help people, go towards achieving financial wellness, financial freedom, right? So, turning emotion into action, right? Turning emotion into motion, right? Emotion is a powerful spark. We know that, right? I mean, when we get motivated, when we get emotional, we get driven, right? But it's motion that actually creates the results. Okay, you can feel, whatever you're feeling all the time, but if you don't turn it into action, nothing really comes out of it. Okay, so link your insight into action, right? Um, Tell someone, commit it out loud. Okay. Do you have an accountability partner? Right. So there are three steps to activate, right? Write down your breakthrough. Okay. Write it down, like, whatever breakthrough it is, whatever it is, a shift in your belief system or whatever, write it down. Okay. Anchor it to a daily habit. So like for example, if you do journaling, if you do meditation and all that, always go back to your breakthrough. Anchor it to a daily habit so you reinforce it on a daily basis, right? So you remind yourself on a daily basis, okay? um, Share it with your team, your accountability partner. Like I said, it really helps when you commit it out loud. There are various ways that you can hold yourself accountable. I'm lucky because my wife holds me accountable. I don't have to, like, even if I tell her not to, she'll do it anyway. So she really becomes my accountability partner. Okay. So we should build from the heart, not the height. Why is this important? Well, whenever people come from convention, there's a lot of, it was such an experience, almost kind of like going to a concert. There's music, there's dancing. Oh my goodness, that 80s party was like so memorable. But when we when it comes to our business, we just need to build from the heart. Okay. Um, don't be afraid to be vulnerable with your team when the situation calls for it. Right? What does that mean? Um, be, be very transparent with your team, right? Be transparent with your team. But just remember you're the leader, right? You're leading your team, right? So on one side, they need to be able to look up to you and be confident that you are leading them, that you know how to get them to where they need to be. But at the same time, they need to see you as a person they can relate to. That, oh, I'm not sure if I can do this because, like, yeah, he or she, whoever the leader, the offender, he or she is, so strong. So, I'm not like that, right? You have to be transparent enough and be vulnerable enough to share that you are just like them. I know I'm just like everyone else in my team, right? I have my I do have my strengths, I do have my weaknesses, I do have my struggles, but if I can do it, so can they. And that's, sometimes that's what being vulnerable really, it bridges the gap between you and your team to make them really see that it is very doable for them because you went through all the same struggles that they did. Does that make sense? Share stories, not just strategies, right? Don't be afraid to share your success stories. Well, definitely, you should share those success stories, but don't be afraid to share your struggles as well, right? In addition to definitely helping them with strategies on how to grow their business, okay? Lead with sincerity. I can't stress this enough. So I think I mentioned it yesterday. I shared it a little bit, and I got a little emotional, but I'm not gonna do that today. Um, when when I got that voice message from our founder and CEO, late on the second day after after all that emotional session and all that, I can it was such a clear sign to me of how sincere our leaders are, led by Daniel, and that is so important for me. That is so important for me. There are a lot of Everyone here knows there are a lot of other businesses in our industry, and I don't mind sharing that. There's even other people from other industries that reach out to me, talk about their business and all that. And I just it's just for me it's our three family is really more than a business now. Again, it's a calling. It's a family. It's a mission to spread goodwill, to spread health, and it's more than just a business. It's more than just earning money, right? And that starts from having leaders that lead with sincerity. So don't forget your authenticity is what will build the trust. If you speak from the heart, your group, your team will rise with you. So we have so many new tools, right? So what's the key? Use the tools. Don't hoard them and put them in the tool shed. Does that make sense? You can have all the wonderful tools and all that, but if you don't use them, doesn't really help, right? We left the convention with so many tools. Don't wait to feel ready. Remember, being ready is not about feeling it. Just do it, okay? Implement it, apply it, okay? Done is better than perfect. Does that make sense? Done is better than perfect, okay? So I know we have a lot of tools, but you start off with one tool, apply one new tool or method per week. Like this week, I know we were talking about the 3AI. I started using it last week, or last over the weekend. Just use one tool a week. If that way you don't get overwhelmed, right? And then once you learn how to use it, teach it. teach it forward. I know I told my team, I told Lovey that I want to we will schedule a Zoom training to help the team, understand the tools a little bit more. But then George also mentioned that he's providing training on the 3 AI. So I'm definitely get my team to really watch that one for sure. Build systems, simple systems around you that about what you learned. One of the themes, other than believe, one of the themes they really uh, uh, shared with the three family over the weekend is keep it simple. We don't need to make it complicated. Keep it simple. Just like our kinetic, right? Rip, roll, or rock and roll, right? It's so easy. Um, for you, for the fellow, like I don't know if there's any, my fellow Top Gun enthusiasts here. I'm a Top Gun fanatic, like even when the very first one that came out in the 80s. Well, for those of you who can relate, right? In this last one, Top Gun Maverick, right? Maverick, Tom Cruise told Rooster, who is the son of Goose, right? Don't think, just do. Let's not get hampered by paralysis analysis. The tools may be a little, hard to understand, but get with your team, get with your upline, just do it, just use it. Don't overthink it. Okay. All right. Focusing on your fire. All right. What's one clear business goal you can focus on? All right. Because, when we're motivated, when we have a spark, we're so excited, like you want to do everything. But don't try to do everything. Pick one. Pick one bold, measurable goal and hit that goal. Whether it's hit a rank, okay, or enroll X number of people, or launch X number of events, right? Or get your first core three or three core, right? Now that we can still keep doing it, right? Let your fire focus you. So choose one clear business goal you can focus on. Tie it to your breakthrough. Connect it with, whatever shift in belief you had, whatever inspirational breakthrough you obtained. Okay. Um, Speaking of fires, uh, when the fire, yeah, I loved it. I saw this, I read this in social media, I think not so long ago. When the fire inside you burns brighter than the fire around you, you become unstoppable. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. When the fire inside you burns brighter than the fire around you, you become unstoppable. Okay? And share it publicly, share it with your team. Remember, we're all about duplication. Okay? Share it with your team. Uh, lead them, use your fire, it can really spark the fire in them as well, right? Especially for those who weren't able to attend convention. It's our obligation, it's our responsibility, to light their spark using our fire. Okay. Inspire your team with your action. I actually, when I found this picture, I love this picture. It's about kids, but it's really about teamwork. It's really about the power of inspiring your team, right? Into really, acting, into really going to action. Motivation is contagious. If you're motivated, your team will feel it. You don't need to push your team. You just need to, lead them. It's much easier to have them voluntarily follow you because your motivation is contagious rather than you having to push them to do things. Okay? Because why? Because they watch your consistency, not just your words. They watch what you do, like what action you take, not just what you're telling them. Okay? And of course, action creates duplication, right? Action creates duplication. Um, So the most inspiring thing you can do for your team is to act. Okay, daily habits to keep that fire burning, right? Daily habits that you can use to keep that fire burning. There's so many. We've had done training on this. There's so many ways you can do this, um, because we know inspiration must be sustained by structure. These are small daily disciplines that will keep your fire burning, long after the confetti settles, long after the excitement from the convention settles. Okay. Morning mindset, affirmations, prayer, goals, meditation. People have different ways to do this, so it's all up to you. This is very individual, right? Daily connection, follow up, team check-ins, checking up on your team, having like your daily huddle. Our huddles are such an important part of our community right here, right? Like, we look forward to our huddles, learn from people, hear other people share their struggles as well as their success, right? To help inspire each other. Be intentional with your time. There's so many things we can do, and a lot of times we can fall into the trap of like being busy without really accomplishing anything. Anyone have ever felt that before? I know I have. It's like I finished the day like, what, where did the day go? I was like so busy, but then when I look at, what did I actually achieve, right? Who knows what IPAs are? Put it in the chat, right? Be intentional with your time. IPAs. All right. Well, I can't. Well, actually, that was a little. I can't see the chat. But anyway, income producing activities. Okay. Make sure you be intentional with your time to really concentrate on income producing activities, right? Enrolling, inviting people to the Zoom, right? Follow ups, following up with uh, uh, contacts on your list that may have told you no before, but then now we have such an amazing lead-in product with Kinetic, right? Go back, right? Hey, guess what? We have something that's really going to be a game changer. Okay. So our call to action, as you know me, all my all my trainings all have call to action. So for this week, write down and share your convention breakthrough, or go back to it if you have done so already. And then for your team, share that with your team, right? Share that with your team. Set a 30-day focused goal. Heck, it doesn't have to be 30 days. Set a weekly goal. Like, how many people are you going to reach out today or by this week, right? Where are you going to be 30 days from now? Set a goal, like a focused goal, write it down, okay? Apply one new tool, strategically, like one new tool a week. If it takes you a bit longer to learn that one new tool every like in 2 weeks, but apply one new tool. Okay. Inspire your team with action. Get your team involved. Show them the different tools. Teach them, share with them everything about their new product, our new promos. Make sure your whole team is going on that cruise, right? So let's not go back to business as usual. Let's go forward. Use that fire. Like, let's go forward. Take what you learned, lead with your heart. All right, take what you learned, lead with your heart, and let's light up the rest of the year. Okay. And true to form, this time I prepared some really nice quotes that I found that really I felt was really applicable. Don't let your fire go out. Sparked by irreplaceable spark. Keep it going, even if you just need to you know, use a spark to keep it going. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. That was the whole theme of the convention. Believe, right? Believe in yourself. Believe in your team. Believe in your leaders. Right? Motivation gets you going, but discipline, structure will keep you growing. Right? Your daily habits, your daily methods of operation. That's what's going to keep you growing. consistency is more important than perfection. Very true. Consistency is more important than perfection. So don't let the spark from convention fade, right? Don't let it fade. Turn it into a wildfire that fuels your vision. And let's grow this. Okay. And that's what I have for you, folks, for
Thank you.
you know, right, really tapping the fire that, you know, that for those of us who went to convention, um, you know, use it to grow our business and share it with our team, right? So
Thank you. That was
turning it back
perfect.
over to George.
That was perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you very much. Everything that you said and the action is so important because what is the best way to keep the motivation? Going to action what we learn and what we set goals at the convention, because when we see people going on the stage and 3-star pro, 3-star elite, 4-star, 5-star, 6 stars, 7-star, 7-star, in our mind we start setting up goals. Well, but then the convention ended, and then a week later we forgot about what we were thinking, how excited are. It's why it's so important to put into action first what we learn, and second, go for your goals. And the third thing that you said, well, you say many things, but one thing is always do it with your team, because you keep that motivation with your team. Transfer that to your team. Many people didn't go to the convention. Make sure you transfer that excitement. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Like always, an amazing training. Anybody else wants to comment?
George,
Hey,
I'm at, hey, George, sorry.
Hey, who was? Uh, oh, hi, Sue.
Hi, I'm not really in your team, but we are one team. And I just want to say it's because of the huddle that I was at convention. And Jessica, I had backed out because my husband's having surgery, one thing after another. And after the huddle and Jessica encouraging me, I just knew I couldn't not go. And like Nilbert said, I had my biggest breakthrough in 11 years of being in network marketing from that convention in a deep heart way because of Daniel's sharing. I had something happen that has never happened before inside. And I left Daniel a message and told him, and he left me a message that was worth everything to him, for him to share so that somebody else could get help. And those leaders, I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Was next?
George, it's me, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Nilbert. As always, you give some excellent training, but this was great to put everything into perspective. Everything that just don't come home with all the emotions and the hype and the confetti, like you said. So thank you very much. It put this all in perspective. I couldn't write fast enough because there's more power in just taking the picture, more power in writing everything so that you can answer it too at the same time on there. So thank you. And it was great seeing you at convention. And thank you, George, for putting the slides on there. That was great because then we can download them like that right to our computer. So thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
And
thank
I
you.
don't mind sharing the PowerPoint slide as well. Just reach out and I'll send it to George as well. So if, you know, if you don't reach out to me, you can always reach out to George as well and get the slides.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make it into a link in the video, actually below the video, like I have done with other ones, and that way people can see it and download it from there. That would be, I think I can do that. Yeah. Anybody else? I know somebody else was saying something.
Hey, George, it's Jessica. Good morning.
Jessica, how are you?
Good. I just got back from my run. Go Kinetic. I was just saying that if anybody wants help with setting up that 3 AI, I'll admit I need to set it up myself. And so I'm happy to help anybody. I can share my screen and do that. If you want to do it now, or I can do it another time. I was just going to do it on my huddle with my team after, but I'm happy to do it for others too here.
How can I get help from you?
Yeah, George, do you care if we just do it now?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. For those of you that have to go, that's okay. But yeah, if you want to do it now, that's perfect.
Hey, George, let me just add one thing before she starts this.
Yes, Kenny.
Uh, we are all excited that went to convention, and we're handing out kinetic packages. Do not give it to somebody without getting information to contact them back. That should be your first and foremost. Hand it to them, but on one condition: you get their information to contact them. I think that's key to following up with them and tell them, hey, I would love your opinion. Let me know what you think. So you can get their, you got to give out your contact information. I've handed out a lot and I have got a lot back, but I have handed out a couple without getting because I was so excited. I just give it to them and didn't get their information. How do you get back with people? So just be vigilant on that. And I'm excited for this next little part of doing the AI. I have been sending out one every day. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And by the way, something very important. I found out that some people that bought the packages, they are giving a whole box as a sample to somebody else. No good idea. They are not going to buy the product from you until they run out of it, and they are going to expect for you to give them away. You can give 1 or 2 or 3 samples, but not the whole box. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I already found out some people are doing it. No, don't do that. It's not a good idea. You want is tease the person, or look how you feel, etc. Unless it's your family member that you want to give it to them. But anyway, anybody else anything before we share our Jessica start sharing? That, by the way, I probably ain't gonna live stream